Attention passengers, this is SNY's Keith Hernandez, and this is a Queens-bound 7 Express train, the fastest way to Citi Field to see your Metsies.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the 7 Express podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another 7 Express podcast. Another live for you guys here today on this special Monday. Usually we don't do lives on Monday, but with a hectic week coming up, we are 3 days away from opening day, man. The time is ticking. We are near. Baseball will be officially back, and no better way to start it off than in Queens, where we get the home crowd going early. First and foremost, welcome, my guys. How you guys doing?
We good. Ready for the stress level to go up. That's what we're saving it for.
I don't think I'm ready for it, but I'm just happy that what do you call it? Spring is here. I'm so done with this winter. This has been a brutal winter. So I'm really looking forward to some baseball and just really, I don't know, getting the games in. I just don't. I don't know how prepared I am for this team to mess with my emotions for a whole 6 months. But you know, I'm 2026. The season's here. We get the assignment of having Skeens come into Citi Field and battling us the first game. So it's gonna be a really interesting one. I have to confess though, I'm a little annoyed that the Mets are at 1 o'clock game. I know that traditionally we start at 1 o'clock here, but it sucks because if you're not at the game and you're working, you have to make that decision on, man, am I going to follow along? Am I going to see what the score is? Am I going to try to make believe like I don't think anything is happening and then try to like watch it later on or something? I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask you guys, like, at top, you're probably going to the game, right?
Yeah.
So you'll be at the game. Chris,
That's
you're
sweet.
going to the game, what are you going to do? What are you doing?
Me, you know how that guy's gonna go down? It's gonna go me go to work, me come home, and that's it.
But are you going to try to see what the score is? Or are you gonna try to like wait to watch the replay to be like kind of surprised? What are you gonna do?
I'll look at the score from here on in, but with my job, I'm just gonna wait till I come out and just see the reaction. It might sound negative, but I don't expect them to come off the game beat schemes. I don't expect it. So surprise me. That's the way I look at it. Surprise me, and it is what it is. Like they got a tough task right away. This guy came from a WC game against DR, pumping 98, 99. What do you think he's gonna do opening day? 40-degree weather, 60 degree. It's supposed to be 60 degrees, so.
It's gonna be the warmest day of the week on Thursday, so that's interesting.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I'll tell you this much. If they come out the gate and they beat schemes, they're winning 150 games. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Yo, this prediction, let's go. 150 games, I'll take it.
Right. No,
obviously I'm joking, so I don't want people to think that I'm over here being serious.
150 and 12.
Nah, I mean, hey, listen, it'll be an interesting day. I mean, first and foremost, the fact that I got to turn on my weather, even though we're only 3 days away, the weather app is already not on my side, talking about 50% rain. That alone is pissing me off, because I'm just like, why can't we ever have opening day where the sky can be clear? Like, this is the fourth straight time.
It's gonna be 65, man. After a winter of like insanity, 65 and a slight chance of rain, I'll take that, and over 30 degrees, heavy wind, and snowing. Like, think about what this winter was in New York. Let's enjoy 65. I think 65 people are gonna come out in shorts compared to what we had to see this winter. So you'll be seeing people there like trying to get a suntan based off this winter. Right. But I mean, whatever. 65. This is New York. 65 with a little slight chance of rain in March. Yo, sign me up every day of the week.
100%. Well, there's no better way to get to all of everything that's gonna be that we're leading up to, but the first thing that I think is very important to talk about is a young man that I think not only have the Mets been talking about and given so many opportunities and have been basically, for the most part, they've been rolling out the carpet for this kid. But Carlos Mendoza has announced that Carson Bench will make the opening day roster. Now, first and foremost, I think he's earned it. Um, with so many questions in terms of is it going to be official? Are they going to keep him down for 1 year? Is because of the whole ruling where I forgot exactly what it was, but they keep him in for 1 year and then they bring him up next year. I personally didn't think that it would be right for them to do that to him because of so much talk that's been put around him. We spoke about it last episode. But I'm happy that it is official. We'll look at some clips of him talking about it. I think Chris, before we went on the air, Chris kind of voiced some displeasure about the Mets not really showing a video of them telling him. So many other organizations do that in the clubhouse where they let their young prospect know that they're up to make the debut and they post it. And the Mets seem to not do that. So I 100% agree with Chris, but I'm gonna start off with you, Chris, since you voiced that displeasure. How do you feel about this kid making his debut on opening day? And yeah, man, how do you feel about that?
Oh, so I mean, I expected the Mets to do the whole manipulation of the whole roster, to keep a year of control. But as soon as the Talkman injury hit, I kind of knew it was the writing on the wall. It was still like 50-50 for me because Talkman is it's not a slouch. He's pretty good. I'm not saying he's great. I don't want people to think that we're gonna lose a lot of games because Talkman's not playing. No, I'm saying that he was solid. So if it was between him and Talkman and they gave it to Talkman, if he was not hurt, I would understand why because of the whole manipulation of the rock. But he deserved it. Like it does send a bad message that you were talking all off season saying, oh, he has to earn his spot on the roster, but I'm gonna give him all the chance in the world, and he did that and more. Like he did everything possible to earn a spot, so he clearly deserves it. And I'm glad that the Mets are not gonna use this whole roster manipulation thing to give a kid a shot. Like if he deserves it, he deserves it. You got to put the best 26 man out there, and he's obviously proved that he's the best right now at the moment. So he clearly deserves it, and the Mets definitely got to step up their game with that whole video thing because letting Mike Puma break the news is pretty nasty work. So,
100%.
but other than that, man, the kid deserves it. And I'm excited to see him.
Absolutely. AP, what are your thoughts?
Ah man, that was the lone thing that I thought that the Mets could have done a little bit better. But in terms of in terms of Benj getting the job, I think it's always good when a player deserves to be up here that things like service time don't get in the way of that. There's also a part of me that's a little disappointed that Tuckman got hurt. I'd be lying to you if I didn't say like that injury to me is brutal because I think he could have been such a great asset to have on this bench and to like spell like Lewis Robert and bench. And I think that we may miss him going forward into the season. I thought that was such a great sneaky move that Stearns pulled like kind of out of his hat that nobody expected, and then seeing him get hurt the second to last game of spring training was just awful, like a torn meniscus. That could, he might not even play this season. Who knows? Like really depending on a couple of things, and he hasn't even had the surgery from what I've heard yet. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. I really do wish him a speedy recovery because I think the team could definitely use him. An on-base guy that plays good defense. But today's about Benj, and I'm excited about him. He's one of the youngest Mets to ever hit the field, and that's amazing to me. Just the fact that he was able to raise from the ranks from being drafted in 2024 to being in the major leagues in 2026. The kid came out. Everything that he said and done has really made me intrigued by the type of player that he could become. He's handled his business, gone on the field made it difficult for the Mets to even think about sitting him down. Everything that he says, like it's all really predicated on making sure that the team is doing what they need to do and making sure that his head is level.
Mhm.
I think the sky's the limit on him. I really do wish that we had a backup though, just in case like he hits a wall or anything, or like he starts slumping. Because I think that it would behoove the Mets to make sure that they have somebody out there that could be a decent replacement. And Tyrone Taylor to me is a fourth outfielder. I don't think that we could expose him too much because I think that we saw last year when you overplay him, he becomes a little bit of a detriment to a team offensively. Defensively, we all know what he could bring, but I just don't know if you could play him more than once a week.
Right.
And not having somebody that in case Benj goes on a bit of a dry spell or just isn't hitting, or if somebody gets hurt in outfield, I think that's where we might be a little bit thin. But everything about the kid, I think, has the potential of a really exciting player for the Mets to have. And like I said, just excited to see where his career goes.
Absolutely. As you see here, this is where he finished off in his spring training for 2026. 41 at bats, 5 runs, 15 hits, 0 home runs, 5 RBIs, 1 stolen base with a 366 average, 435
Oh,
all
base
base
is
percentage,
nice.
and an 874 OPS. Nothing but excellent. He was in the ball like nothing. I think he lived up to the expectation that was put on him specifically for spring training. So gotta tip my cap. I think he's truly earned it. Um, and yeah, I couldn't agree more. AP, I think with some of the options that David Stearns has brought in here for the outfield, obviously with Talkman going down, you still have a possibility of MJ Melendez maybe coming up soon, depending on how that goes on. But obviously, with Tyrone Taylor, he's durable, right? So he may not be your number one or your number two option. He's a fourth outfielder, but a guy could cover so much defensively and the outfield that we really have no worries in terms of the options in case, God forbid, Carson Bench needs a little bit more time if he starts out cold. So, I like where they're at in that. But let's look at some of the conversations that he had a press conference when asked about him coming up, and yeah, this is one of the things he said. Can't really hear the audio. Let me see.
I can't hear it, Top. I don't know if it's playing.
You can't hear it?
I don't hear it.
No, I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the audio's for some reason been.
Okay. Well, I mean, from the gist, I know that watching that interview, I do remember Mendoza being asked if because this was the question that was being asked all week if he was going to make it or not, and he finally said yes. The young kid earned it, and we let him know and whatnot, and then they asked Benj if he had told his parents yet, and he was like, "No, I'm gonna give him a call and whatnot." So, yeah, the young kid is excited to make the team, and we're happy to see him.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, AP kind of put the gist in it. Yeah, I think we're all excited, and these are moments that you always want to capitalize on. Again, he'll probably feel a little bit of nerves. I mean, how could you not? You're a human being. These are moments that you work for, so he'll probably be a little bit nervous. I can't hold too much on the kid, but the potential is there. The upside is there, and this is a moment that he's worked for. So, shout out to Carson Bench for making it in the opening day roster. Hard work
100%.
paid off, and yeah, man, it's up on him. But going into Thursday, we got a very special matchup. No way to start it than us or Paul Skeens versus Freddie Peralta. That right there, you talk about being I mean, you spoke about it, Chris. Paul Skeens is coming off a WBC performance where right now he's there to prove that he's one of the best pitchers in the league, and Freddie Peralta is trying to prove that he's still that guy as well. I mean, coming in a walk year where he could possibly go into free agency this year, trying to get his bag. I mean, if the Mets don't extend him, that's the conversation that has been asked about since we made that trade. Are the Mets going to extend him? Is he going into the offseason next year? A very important offseason at that, because there's going to be a lockout. So there's a lot weighing on these guys like a schoolboy, like a pro, where they could possibly get on money, how that plays out. But yeah, what do you guys think about the matchup? AP, I'll start with you. What do you think about this matchup? How do you think the Mets are going to deal against Paul Skeens? And again, what a way to start off the season, being thrown in the fire against one of the best pitchers in the league.
Yo, I mean, Skeens is no joke. I think that's gonna be a good opportunity for our offense to have a good early kind of like measuring stick on where they're at. I mean, early on the season, we know that the pitching is always ahead of the offense, so this is gonna be one of those interesting ones to see where the batting is. But as far as Peralta, I mean, look, this is what we brought him here for. This is what we gave up prospects for him to be like the ace of our staff. So I'm hoping that what he could do is be the nightmare in Citi Field and live up to his first name, be Freddie, and be a nightmare for everybody that comes in here.
I didn't know you were going with that one, but that.
Yep. Just give them all nightmares. I mean, I think that the Pittsburgh Pirates offense is a little bit improved, so it's not like they're a pushover or whatnot. But I think that Peralta, also being in Milwaukee for all those years, is familiar with the Pittsburgh Pirates, and he's also in Flushing, where he's had a decent run pitching in Citi Field. So I think that if he could hang zeros up there, and the Mets could get through against Skeens, we give ourselves a shot. It's not going to be easy. Straight out the gate, it's not going to be easy. But I think Peralta has the makings of somebody that could hold on and keep us into the game. So I think that this game, I would be shocked if this game ends like 8-6. I think that this is a game where runs are going to be at a premium, and I think that it's going to be one of those where maybe the Mets don't get to Skeens per se, but they do enough to get him out the game. If the Mets could keep themselves within striking distance, get into the Pittsburgh Pirates bullpen and do some damage there, I think that they could have a shot to take this. I don't particularly think that the Mets are going to score 1,000 runs on Skeens, but it could be close. Peralta, I think he's going to keep us in the game. I think that Peralta is definitely going to give us. I'm saying first turn out the gate, first game in Citi Field in front of the fans on a 65-degree day in Flushing. I think we're gonna see Peralta go 5 2/3 of maybe 1 or 2 runs, 1 or 2 runs, 5 2/3, 1 or 2 runs. And we'll see what happens after that in terms of what offense the Mets can produce.
Chris, what you think?
What I think, I just hope we don't strike out the world. That's what I hope. But the Mets, the lineup that the Mets have, are not a strikeout team. So they put the ball in play. They make hard contact. So we'll see. I mean, it's hard to put a number on it, but
Right.
if Peralta just can match schemes, I'm not saying blow by blow, strikeout by strikeout. I'm just saying, just like AP said, just put up zeros, and hopefully the Mets can scratch a run or two. If they stay tied, let's say in the 6 inning zip, I feel confident because there's no way he schemes unless his pitch count is like 20 pitches, which is not possible. Take him out the game and then you work with the bullpen because I don't know the Pirates roster, but I'm pretty sure after schemes, I don't think they got anybody else. So just try to get to the bullpen early. I think the Pirates played a safe game with him because they were doing that last year. They were always had him on a pitch count for some odd reason. So just make him pitch, make him throw pitches. This team is known to be a better lineup than years past. Very contact hitters and aggressive. So if they could get a couple of guys on, they score maybe scratch a run or two. Scheme probably get feathered a little bit and get him out the game, and from there on
Chris,
we
can
should
I
be
ask
good.
you? Do you think that the Pittsburgh Pirates, especially being Game 1 of the season, do you think that they would push Skeens if he's cruising to face the lineup like a third time?
That's a good
First game
question.
out?
I don't think so, because they last year they were doing that too with him. I don't know if philosophy changes over the years. I know, but remember, he was pitching the WBC. He's already pitched innings in his arm.
That's true.
So it's not a lot,
That's a good
but
point.
he pitched. So I know it's like spring training, but still, those are competitive at bats that he was pitching. So he was throwing his arsenal out there. So we'll see. I mean, it all depends on the Mets. It all depends on the Mets. I'm not scared of the Pirates lineup. I'm not scared of their team. I'm scared of Paul Schemes.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
So,
I agree with you. What you said there, I think, is going to be the key point. Like, if the Mets are going down 1-2-3, 1-2-3, it may not matter. The Mets are going to have to put competitive at bats and put pressure on Paul Skeens to force the Pirates to be like, well, I don't think, because if Paul Skeens is going insane and it's already like the 7th inning, then that might be a long day for the Mets. But if the Mets could somehow make him work and get him up to like 80 pitches, let's say, into the 5th, then maybe they could do something then. But it's really going to behoove the Mets to make him pitch and get his pitching count up. Unless they do that, then I don't see a way that the Mets can win this game. The Mets are going to have to make, especially in the early innings. I don't know if you guys remember a lot. I mean, I try to forget everything about last year, but a lot of what happened last year with the Mets offense was that the beginning innings, it almost felt like they weren't doing anything. Like, they were really quick outs. There wasn't a lot of competitive at-bats. And then you looked at it and they were getting hit until like the 5th inning. And then you're like, whoa, this game's almost over and we aren't doing anything. And then the Mets would try to like do something in the middle innings, but it just they wouldn't be able to overcome it, because as we saw, we had no late inning comebacks. So I really do think that this year's squad has to figure out a way to get off to get some runs, be more competitive at the beginning of games, so we could kind of force other teams. That's one of the things that the team prior did a lot of, just really getting into the bullpens of teams and really like working like the weaknesses of teams. And that's something that we got to get back to.
Absolutely. I mean, I think you guys said it the best. You got to be able to get into. You got to get them on high counts. You got to make them have a high pitch count early, and make them work as much as he can early. Try to get them out as quick as possible. And although it will be hard, that's basically the regimen to getting Paul Skeens uncomfortable. Let's look into Freddie Peralta's stats real quick, just for those that are not too familiar with his stats, and his career stats. I mean, obviously his best year was last year, finishing 17-6 with a 2.70 ERA. Again, coming into his walk year, there's a lot of eyes on him in terms of how he's going to pitch in a new scenery, new team. New pitching coach. Everything is brand new for Freddie Peralta in the most important year of his career. How do you guys think, in terms of everything that I just mentioned, within, like I said, new scenery, new team, new pitching coach, and all that, how do you think he's going to fare out? And I'll start with you, AP. How do you think he's going to fare out in a brand new organization and a brand new team?
Well, I mean, I think that anytime you're familiarizing yourself with an organization, you want to put especially on a walk year, I think that you really want to give it your best. I think that we're going to get a really and I don't think that you needed, like, if he would have been in Milwaukee, he would have been giving you his best regardless. And you've seen his trajectory, like he's become a better pitcher. Look at the numbers, they speak for itself. Like his numbers have been getting better and better year by year. So it's like the guy's just become like he's like almost doing like the opposite of what pitchers do. Like they don't just like as they get older get better, but this guy has just become like a workhorse, and I think that it's really cool. Like if we could replicate the numbers that he had last year, a 2.70 ERA, a whip of 1.08, sign me up for that. What the Mets need from him though, and from everybody, it doesn't just go for just him, but for everybody in terms of starting pitching, is length. I know that he's been around the 5 1/3 pitcher. If we could get him to get into the 6th inning, like, complete 6 innings, because I think that to ask a bullpen to come in and give you that many innings is a lot. I think if you could complete 6 and just get the pen for like 3, I think that is something that saves the bullpen bullets. If you're constantly coming in to a game in the 5th inning or in the 6th inning, that's a problem.
Right. Chris, what are your thoughts on Freddie Peralta this year? What's your predictions, expectations on him now that he's number one option, new scenery, new team, walk year, most important year of his career? Like, what are your whole thoughts on how he might pan out this year for us?
Man, I think he's gonna be solid, man. I mean, look at his average ERA. I mean, his WHIP, 1.13. Like his highest WHIP was a 1.46. That's fucking amazing, bro. Like, and that's when he just started in 2019. So, I mean, I expect him to do the same. I expect him to just be Freddie of regular. It looks like he doesn't shy away from the moment. He's having fun. He's just pitching the game. Yeah, he's probably gonna have pressure because of contracting, but at the end of the day, I don't think that's gonna affect him. I think he's gonna pitch. He's gonna have fun with the crowd, especially that everybody wanted him. There's not one Met fan out there that say, "Oh, I didn't want Freddie." Everybody wanted Freddie, so I expect him to get a loud ovation. He's gonna be with the crowd. Remember, this ain't Milwaukee. I know Milwaukee treated him well. I'm not gonna shit on them. Like they loved him. So just bring that to New York. That love times 10. So, and his home is here. He has family out here. Like I think he's gonna do great, bro. And then maybe he might be a little nervous at first, maybe, but. I expect him to do. I don't expect him to win the Cy Young, but I expect him to be solid. What a number one is, like, just pitch. Like I agree with AP. He should pitch more into games, but if the Mets are cruising, why blow out his arm? Save that for October.
Right, exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If the Mets are winning 6 runs and he's pitching a gem, save that for later. Freddie, that's it. It's like as long as it's there in October, that's what's more important to me. As long as we get to October.
Right.
Oh,
you saw AP was trying to Chris. Wait a minute.
We gotta get there first.
Oh man.
Look, AP having flash.
You know what's great about this year?
Mm-hmm.
That we can close out with the Marlins. That's the best part.
No, we got Washington for that.
That is the best part.
With Washington, we always do great at that with Washington. It's the Marlins that gives us trouble.
Exactly. Always got us.
Exactly.
And I think this is a great segue to talk about the pitching staff as a whole, because I do think that this rotation, we just heard this weekend what the rotation's going to be and who's going to be up. Look at that. Look at that.
Freddie Peralta, obviously.
Are you guys surprised that they got Peterson number 2?
No.
I guess to mix up the lefty righties, because there's only one lefty on the mound. Yeah, there's only one lefty.
Exactly. It's a different look. I think it balances out this entire rotation. There is a guy that's not on here that has been giving Met fans mixed feelings. And obviously, people were wondering where they're going to go with a 6-man rotation because of Sean Manaea. And obviously, Carlos Mendoza basically told everybody yesterday, the day before yesterday, that Sean Manaea needs to be in the bullpen. And I absolutely agree. You cannot take no chances. You can't take no risk with a guy that he's topping out at 92. Like they posted, like this is how embarrassing this is. The Mets posted a clip of him throwing today, or it was yesterday. I think it was today, of him
In the inter squad game. It was today.
Yes, it was today, of him touching 92, as if we were supposed to sit back and say, "Whoa, he's back!" And it's like, no, he's
and
not.
then he proceeded to get clobbered by Francisco Alvarez.
Exactly. Francisco Alvarez just it took him deep after that, and it's just like he's not it. Like again, I appreciate. It's not like we're shitting on Sean Manaea. It's not like we're saying, "Yo, you've never been it." Understood why they took the risk and they gave him the money that they gave him. He's just not that guy. 1 year.
I don't know what to make out of him, to be honest with you, and I think that makes me a little nervous going into the season because I don't know what he is. I wish that I knew that we could rely on Sean Manaea, but we don't. And I think that it's going to be interesting because the plan is that they want to use him as kind of like a piggyback, like we were doing at the end of the year, which isn't a terrible idea because if we could tell, and Sean Manaea, because I know the first thing that came out of his mouth is like, I'm not a reliever, I'm a starter. But if Sean Manaea at this point of his tenure with the Mets can get on board and instead of thinking, yo, I got to go 9 innings or 7 innings because no pitcher goes 9 innings anymore. If we could convince Sean, hey, give us 3 innings, maybe he could dial it up a little bit more and be like, okay, I can let it go. And that way not be worried about, oh, I can't really let it go because I have to try to pace myself. But if he's like, all right, if I only got 3 innings, how do I be the most efficient that I can be in those 3 innings? Right. Like, I think that could be good. Like, if we could get, let's say, for instance, we get a Senga start where Senga goes 5 innings, and then you get 3 innings out of Manaea, and then all you need is 1 from another pen. Yo, that could be a really solid plan. I would be on board for that because I think that saves your pen. It takes everybody to buy in. And right now, I don't know how much Manaea is bought into that. If Manaea is not on board, it could really hurt this team and the chemistry that we have. So I think that he's gonna have to figure out his mentality because I know everybody wants to be a starter, but it's also for the benefit of this team. You, Sean Manaea, already got paid a very good contract. And I think for the next 2 years, you're getting paid $50 million. I think the least that you could do is be like, all right, this may not be what I want to do, but I'm getting paid a whole lot of money. And I think that if this is what's going to help to get this team where we need to get to, then I got to do what I got to do.
I mean, the best option for them right now with Sean Manaea is to just piggy bank off of one of the starters. And I think obviously Clay Holmes would be the best one if they're going to use them for multiple innings, just because, again, they've had some sort of success when they did it. But, yeah, man, it's the guys in our rotation are younger. They're fresher. They're throwing harder. They're topping from 95 to 99. Like, you're not up there no more. And, we don't want you to continue to be a shell of what you used to be. The Mets took a chance on you, whether it was right or wrong. They went off based off 1 year success, but it's not only based off because of your 1 year success. They had to pay you that money. They didn't have no other road. They didn't sign any other starting pitcher. Remember, the Sevy deal happened way before when he signed with Sacramento. We dropped the ball in the Sevy deal, and I'm sure a lot of Met fans right now are saying, "Yo, I wish we had Sevy back," but they didn't think that what Sevy got from Sacramento was worth paying him. And at the end of the day, they had to at least bring one of those guys back, and they did. And at the time, I was like, all right, cool. But to talk to if you would have asked me during that offseason, hey, you see yourself talking about Shamanaya and velocity dropping, I would have been like, hell no. Now we're at that point where it's like you can't even trust a guy to give you a full 5 to 6 innings. He has to be in the bullpen. If Sean's upset with that, that he got to look at himself in the mirror and be like, yo, what am I doing wrong? And what am I doing wrong? Or is this just where I'm at in my career? And instead of me being upset, yeah, you could be upset at yourself, but you also got to do what's best for the team. And I'm sure they had a conversation with him, and maybe it wasn't a pleasant conversation because obviously he still looks at himself as a starter. But at the same time, it's like, dude, you're at that age where you're not throwing as hard as you used to be. Mind you, even before him comes to the Mets, he struggled as in his 1 year as a San Francisco Giant. He wasn't the best in that rotation when he was with the San Diego Padres. So it wasn't like when we got Shamanaya that he had stuff that was great. He was inconsistent as a starting pitcher. He just found the groove in that 1 year, and the Mets said, you know what? Since we have to bring a starter back, we'll give you your money, hoping that you can duplicate what you did in 2024, and you just never panned out. Chris, any thoughts on the Shamanaya situation?
I think me and AP spoke about this. I think he's searching for that slot, that perfect slot where he found success in 2024 and he can't find it. He's trying to find that perfect slot where he was having so much success, and he can't find it. You know why? Because he has a bone spur in his elbow, and he don't want to get surgery. He said he could do it, pitch with it, and everything. And remember, when you're doing something for so long in your life and you switch it up in 1 year, what do you expect is gonna happen? Your body's not used to it. You're gonna get hurt. And then your body got to adjust to that. So now he's trying to adjust to that slot, which he can't find, and he's not having success. So obviously that's what's probably going on. It wouldn't shock me in the world, like if it comes out later on, a week or 2 weeks in the season or a month into the season, that he's gonna have his bone spur removed or whatever. Like, it wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me in the world, like, because at this point he just don't have it, man. He lost it. What we should have done was never resign him. But I understand. I was one of them. I wanted to sign him because we weren't signing nobody. Remember that off season, we weren't doing nothing. We just got Juan Soto, and that's it. That's what we did, and we signed Frankie Montas. God, good gracious, God! Like, think about it. Think about it. Like, that's what really happened that all season. So,
is the point of you guys talking just basically to bring back terrible, terrible memories? Like, this is like a nightmare.
Oh, you want me to bring the Grimace Vientos up? You want me to bring up Grimace Vientos?
God.
But anyways, back to which I missed Vientos. We need that Grimace Vientos.
Yo, somebody get Grimace back into City Field ASAP.
But anyways, yeah, the Manaya, I think that's what's going on with him. He's just trying to. He's trying to be a team player, but he don't know that he's hurting the team more than he's actually helping the team.
Right.
But I mean, we'll see where it goes. Like I said, it wouldn't shock me if it comes out that he's gonna get the surgery or whatever. Because remember, we got other dudes coming up. Like Christian Scott is coming off Tommy John, and he had a very good spring outing. Like, it was very impressive, and he's younger, and he's throwing 96, 97. So it is what it is. Hopefully he could get back into that groove, because I wouldn't say necessarily Sean Menard 2024, but he could get something out of that, like this, at least a fraction of that. We're in a good spot,
right?
But right now he's not even there. That sucks. He's not even there yet.
Right.
So
right.
I know it's spring training, but we'll see.
No, 100%. Yeah, I mean the Mets can only get so much out of him at this point where he's at. But again, I like the fact that they understand where they're at within their rotation and they're not taking any risk at all. We were going with the mindset of, a 6-man rotation because he was in there. I mean, mostly Senga, because Senga needed that extra day. But I think with Senga, this is kind of where I pivot to that actual list, because we spoke about Sean a lot. With Senga, it's kind of like, all right, now you have to man up. This extra day of rest and all that, like enough's enough. You need to stick on regular timing, and you need to make your adjustments. This extra day, like it's not happening, and I think that's what they're doing with this rotation. I mean,
I wouldn't go too fast with that. I think that because of the rest days, I think that they don't need the 6 man so far. But I think that the
Yeah, they
Mets
have a lot of rest
may,
days.
yeah, I think that the Mets may still go 6 man. I think it's just at the beginning of the year they don't need to. But I do think that whether it be Mania or Christian Scott, I think eventually the Mets may go 6 man, and the only starter I think that would be on regular rest I think will be Peralta, because I think Peralta historically has not done well with extra rest, but I do think that they may still go down that route.
okay, interesting. I mean, I, the only reason why I thought differently was because of the way the rotation is. Just based off five, we always seen it as six with Senga because of that extra day of rest. But it'll be pretty interesting to see. This is, however, the official starting rotation for this first week. Um, I'll start off. You guys could chime in. Whoever wants to start. Do you guys like the way this rotation is set? Do you guys think that it should be different? Who out of the five that's here? Who are you most excited to see? Who do you think could be an X factor? Like who is there somebody that they're not talking about within maybe Clay Holmes or maybe Sting himself, Peterson? Like what are your thoughts on this
I
rotation?
mean, I'll chime in and say I think that this is an interesting rotation because of what we saw from Kodai Senga this spring. I think that this rotation allows for the Mets to have pretty much a stopper in every single series that
Series.
they're in. Because if you look at it, you have Freddie Peralta at the beginning of it, then you have Peterson, then McLean in the middle, Clay Holmes, and then Singa, who was probably our best spring training pitcher. So if and knock on wood, this is Singa's uh, most reliable year. If Singa could give us 30 plus outings of what we saw in this spring, the Mets could have the best rotation in all of baseball. So it really, I think and I've been saying it since the beginning, so this is no shock to anybody. I think that he's our X factor, and I think that if he can stay healthy, which is a big if for him because he's had trouble doing it, but Alonso's no longer throwing baseballs to him. So if he could stay healthy and be consistent throughout, I think that this rotation has a shot to be very special.
Chris?
Let me piggyback on what AP just said. Yeah, well, Alonso's not throwing no baseball, but have you seen Polanco throw a baseball to first base? Oh boy. Oh boy. But anyways,
I didn't want to say it. I didn't
um,
want to say it.
I,
I
I,
was trying to
I,
avoid.
I agree with AP. Like, if you look at the rotation, in every series they got a guy that could win a game easily in every series. Like, if you look at it, like having Senga as a potential ace, which he was, and he could be, going back to back with Freddie, that's big. And then you got a McLean at three, and then Peterson. Let's not shit on. I mean, he had a shitty last few outings, but remember, this man was an all star. Like, he was putting a great season together. So it's gonna be interesting to see. It's I wouldn't say the best rotation in baseball, but they'll be up there. They could be up there. If it's just health, that's all with them. It's just health. Like, we know McLean's a dog. We already seen
Right.
he's a dog.
Right.
Clay Holmes, I tip my cap. That man was our best pitcher last year, and he just started pitching, like starting. So I don't have to say anything about him. I ain't gonna say that he's gonna give me a 3.5 ERA. I'll be shocked if he does it again. But if you give me a 4 ERA, I'm good with that. Like, just pitch innings. That's it. That's all we want, bro. Just
Right.
keep us in the game. Every pitcher's goal is to keep us in the game when they come out the game. Their goal shouldn't be like when they come out the game that the Mets are already down 3 runs. Like that's the goal.
Yeah, I just want quality outings. I think that the Mets should be focused as starting pitchers. Give us quality outings every single time. 6 innings, no more than 4 runs, and I think you did your job. I think that that's what the expectation should be for like a Clay Holmes, for a Peterson. Obviously, we would want more from a McLean and a Peralta, but if you could get quality innings, quality outings from those two, and the rest of them giving you more than that, I think that the Mets rotation could be really good.
And let's
You
not
know,
forget.
you know what I think about this rotation. Oh my bad, top.
No, you
You
guys,
know
you
what
go.
this rotation remind me of? That each one of them can feed off of each other's success. Like
I agree.
you see how Freddie comes up. Freddie could come out and have a hell of a game. Don't you think Peterson's gonna come out like I want to top that too? Oh,
Right.
McLean, oh, I'm a dog. I want to do that too. Oh, I want to be
Mhm.
the ace. I want everybody here to go into that ace mentality. If you look at the rotation, there's 3 guys like that. Even though one of them has been hurt lately, but Senga is that type, ace type dude.
Because he has
McLean,
the
we know
stuff.
he can. McLean, we know he can be that, and
Mhm.
Peralta is the ace. So that's 3 out of your 5. Like with that, you should be way above. They should be. You should be set. And
Right.
now whatever you get from the other two is just is bonus. But we'll
Right.
see, man. I don't like putting too much high expectation because injuries happen and sometimes things don't go your way. Blah blah blah. This and that. But they should be. It. They should be. It's better than what it was before we got Freddie. I'll tell you that much.
Right.
It's way
Right.
better than what we had before.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm excited, and I think everyone in that rotation has something to prove, right? But I think also Clay Holmes, right? Now, not everybody talks about Clay. The fact that now he's had a full season under his belt as a starter, and like now he's coming into a year where he's like, I know what it takes. Like, I think you'll see an even better version of Clay Holmes this year than you saw last year. And I think that's what excites me even more, because it was like, he had a pretty solid season last year, 12-6. His ERAs was in the threes, but again, you're talking
That's
about a guy
solid.
with
That's
a very solid year for a guy that was a closer for most of his time as a New York Yankee. So I'm excited to see what he can learn and what he could duplicate in year 2 as a starter for us. So that's going to be pretty interesting. But then you talk about the bullpen, right? You talk about a Tobias Myers. You talk about a
mm,
Baraswan, who just came off a dominant WBC. You're talking about AJ Minter when he comes back in May, what he can give you. You know what I'm saying? A Brooks Raley, who's always been consistent in the pen. And then a Devin Williams, who's coming in with all the pressure in the world, right? He's coming in replacing one of the best closers in baseball that we just had. Nobody's counting on him to have that type of success besides us who are fans of his team. Like, there's so much riding on this bullpen that everybody's not really taking into accountability, that I think if this bullpen can really stay consistent, you're talking about quality arms that can shut you down with no problems. Everybody's throwing heat. Everybody's throwing 96 plus. So
Can we talk about this pen? Like, I think that for the energy that the team got for what experts are calling a big mistake by letting Diaz go, I think that the pen has a tremendous shot to be a strength of this team. Now, we're gonna need some bounce backs. But I think that the Mets have a potential to have a really, really strong bullpen this year. I think that Brazoban is going to be a major part of that. I think that he has the potential to be a guy that we could go for more than 1 inning. I really don't want to push him more than 1 inning, but I think that he has the potential to do it. Then we got a Tobias Harrison there. Then we got, like you said, Rayleigh, who I feel is one of the most reliable arms that we've had on this team, in as terms of a pen arm in a really long time. Luke Weaver, I'm expecting big things from, and Devin Williams. Um, for all the garbage that he got for not being as reliable with the Yankees last year, I mean, look at what he's done throughout his career. Like, all you got to do is look at the man's baseball card. Like, I don't think it's I don't think it's a stretch to say that I'm expecting big things out of him just because he had a bad couple of months to start off his career in New York. I'm hoping that was just him getting assimilated to the light to like playing baseball in New York, and he got it out of the system over there, and here he's back to being the pitcher that he can be. I mean, this spring they had really strong springs, so I'm really happy about what they've done, and I think that the Mets pen has the potential to be lights out and could be even better if Minter could come back and be healthy and can contribute because we all know how important it is to have a second lefty in there. I think the key to the Mets bullpen this year is not to burn them out. I think that last year we burnt them out. We used like Max Kranick and we used Brazabaum and we used them a billion times to begin with because we're getting no length from the pitching. And I think that is not a good decision. We're going to need the pitchers to go at least 6. I really think that Mendy has to push his starting rotation, especially at the beginning of the year, a little bit more because those bullets, you can't just waste them and then think that they're interchangeable. Like, I do think that we may have some arms in AAA, but ultimately you want to make sure that you don't just waste your pen away and then have nothing by the end of it because we saw what happens when that happens. So you just gotta really not expose the pen too much. Try to give them, you know, some rest. I also don't want to subscribe to like the script of today bullpen A is going and then tomorrow bullpen B. I think that just be smart with your pen. Don't overuse everybody, and really try to see where you could bring some guys in and rest some others. I don't think baseball is played by a script. I think that you just really have to go by feel and see what you could do in terms of, man, if I could push this guy one more like batter, one more guy, and then really like, pick your spots like that.
Chris, how you feel about this bullpen?
Before I go to the bullpen, I also want to mention something about the rotation I forgot to mention.
What?
There's 3 guys in this rotation that are going to be playing for money.
Right.
Freddie Peralta's a free agent. David Peterson's a free agent after this year. And Clay Holmes has an opt-out after this year. So there's gonna be some there's gonna be some dudes pitching. But anyways, back to the bullpen. Where do I start? Devin Williams, I'm not worried about that, man. I know we joked around with the whole Yankee thing and everything, but that's just us being fans, just being funny and everything. But at the end of the day, look at his numbers. This man has under a 2 ERA for his career. Like, he had one. It's like APs. He had 2 bad months, and then the rest. Go check his numbers when they finish the year. Yankee fans don't bring that up. That he had a very good end of the year. Everybody blames, we lost the division because of him. No, you lost the division because you guys stunk. Like, that's all it is. Like, whatever. It is what it is. I'm not gonna go to the whole Yankee thing. I'm just trying to compare. Like, I know he's gonna have a better year because he's already settled here. And what I love about him, he didn't shy away from the challenge. Yeah, of course he got paid, but he didn't shy away. Oh, I'm just in New York. I didn't. No, he came back and I'm going to stay in New York. So I appreciate that from him. Luke Weaver, he has a little dog into him too. He's another one too that the Yankees kind of like forced him into coming back too early from his injury, and it kind of hurt them in the end. So I think he's gonna be good. Brooks Raley is Brooks Raley. AJ Minter, we got to see what he's gonna come. But he was pitching great before he got hurt last year. Brazaban, man, that man's that 40-year-old man, that man got a rubber arm, bro. So I know he's gonna do good. And it's like AP said, just keep him at 1 inning. Let him keep it at 1 inning. Don't force him. And then you got other dudes like Tobias Myers. Tobias Myers is that guy he could give you the multiple innings. And remember, let's not forget, there's another guy there. It's called Sean Manaea. If he could give you 2 to 3 innings, now you shorten that bullpen. You give him Tobias Myers 2 to 3 innings. Guess what? You don't have to use none of your bullpen, and you save it for the next game. So that's a little flexibility that the Mets got. So Hopefully, it works out that way. You can say it on paper, you can say it out loud, but when it comes to the games, Mendy does what Mendy does, and I hope he's smart at this time because last year was a disaster. We all know it.
Yep.
But hopefully the bullpen is alive. And remember, we got younger dudes coming up. That Dylan Ross throws 100 plus.
I was just gonna bring him up.
That's an arm. There's other dudes that they're gonna be using in and out. We forgot about Luis Garcia. That's another guy that's there. So there's dudes on this bullpen that they got arms, bro. They got arms.
I think that Luis Garcia to me is going to serve as that guy that they bring in early into games. I think he's going to be like that flamethrower in the middle of like 5-6 inning guy. I think that Weaver's going to be the setup guy, and Williams is the closer, and Rayleigh I think is going to go in there like the 7th inning tough lefty guy I think, and Tobias is going to be like the 7th inning type guy. I think they have roles. I think that it's good and it's important to have those roles. So I think that this year we have, and Luke Weaver could go in if Williams isn't available on game and close out a game. So I think that you have guys that could come in and change up spots too.
So many unpredictable situations in that bullpen that is more positive than negative. I mean, one thing that I'll throw out there too is the Mets want to get cute, and something, knock on wood, happens to one of those arms, and they want to bring up a young arm like Christian Scott, where they want to ease him in, right? Because he's coming back from injury. He's been out for a year. That alone right there is another flamethrower that you could put in that bullpen, and like I said, ease him in to where maybe in that rotation something happens. Maybe somebody like I said, knock on wood, but gets hurt, because a lot of these times these opportunities come on based off injury, where you throw him in the rotation after that, and he kind of again gets his opportunity little by little. So there's so many positive ways that guys can get their opportunity. Like you said, Dylan Ross is one of the guys that a lot of us talk about in terms of young arms that can definitely have an opportunity up here. There's so many options to go, and I'm very confident about this bullpen. But now let's get to the main thing that I'm gonna give this to AP. AP is gonna try to break this down as best as he can.
Oh boy, the predictions. I mean, look, I'll say this much. I'll say this much from last year. I have to say this from last year. I missed it by maybe like 1 or 2 games, but everybody was like, whoa, at the beginning of the year. If you go back and look at it, I almost hit at the beginning of the year and everything was going smooth.
Yes.
Was destroyed. Like, I remember I'm assuming being like, is AP going to be correct? Like, are the Mets going to win that many games? And I was like, I almost hit it. I think what derailed my prediction from happening is that the Mets prolongs losing streaks. Like, who could have seen losing streaks of over 2 weeks? Like, that's a killer. Like, that's if you lose every game for 2 weeks, it's not something that's gonna allow you really a lot of opportunities to make it to
They did like 3 times this last year. They did like 3 times.
They lost like it felt like a whole month.
Yeah,
if you put those losing streaks together, that was over a month's loss of a month's worth of losses, and it was just in those streaks.
And who would have thought that the game against the Washington Nationals, where we have bases loaded with Brandon Nimmo, would have been the ultimate downfall?
You mean Texas Ranger Brandon
why
Nimmo?
You do that?
No. I'm just saying that moment. Just
goodbye.
That Brandon. Was my last game of the year. That was my last game of the year, bro, and it had to be that trash game, bro. Oh my god, bro! And then you lose on a walk-off. Not a walk-off, inside the park home run. Oh my god!
Yeah. Talk about icing on the cake. Jesus Christ! But AP, now that we're here, let's see if you can avenge yourself.
All right. Well, you know what? Like I said, I was correct for the first part of the season, and let's see what we can do. Can we pull up the?
Yes.
So we're doing the predictions. Can we do the months of the year? Let's get the schedule up so we could follow along. And you guys, I want if you guys Top and Chris could like chime in too, so we could, and I'll write it down if you guys want. That's what I've been doing. If you guys see, I like to have information with me. So what I've done is I combined March and April, but we could go through March right now. Obviously, we have the 3 games against the Pirates and 2 against the Cardinals in St. Louis. Now, this is for the month of March, and that's April. Let's go back to March just to make it easier for everybody. Let's just break it down into March. Now, I'm looking at the Skeens game being really tough. I'm looking at the other 2 games and then the Cardinals. Looking at that, I definitely feel that the Mets could easily go out of these 4 games. I'm not gonna be crazy. I'll do 2-2. I think the Mets could be 2-2 in the month of March. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I had them at 3-2.
3. Well, there's only 4 games. You have them at 3-1. You mean?
Oh wait, 3-1. Yeah, was
3-1. All right.
Okay, I got you. 3-1. That's what.
And what do you got, Top?
3-1.
3-1 as well. All right. So and that's me. You guys are saying that I'm bugging, but all right. So 3-1. Let's go to April.
You're crazy right now.
Yo, Chris, he's gonna hold us accountable on a lot of these.
Bro,
He's gonna
have one game.
All right, let's go to April.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we got April. Is this April?
Yes.
All right, so we got April. We got that. Let's go to the first week of April, my birthday week. We got the 1 game with the Cardinals remaining. Then we got 4 with the Giants. What do you guys think of that one at the breaking everything down?
Against the Giants, I got taking 2 out of the 4.
Yeah, I always feel like a 4 gamer is usually like
I always split those.
Yeah. And then I think the remainder I have us winning that Cardinals series. So I feel like that one we could say is what? That's 2-3. So that's a 3-2 week. So 3-2. So we're all in agreement. That's like a 3-2 to end that week.
Yes.
3-2. Okay. So then we got the D-backs at home, 3 for the D-backs and 3 against the A's. How you guys feel about these 2 potential series? Let's go with Diamondbacks. Are we winning that series?
I'm winning that series 2-1. That's right.
2-1. That's what I had to.
Yeah.
What do you got, Top? 2-1 as well?
2-1. Mm-hmm.
All right. 2-1. All right. So far we haven't disagreed. How about the A series?
We're sweeping that.
3.
We're sweeping McNeil.
You have wow.
We're sweeping McNeil.
3. Sweeping the A's.
We're sweeping McNeil.
All right. I have it 2-1.
Yeah.
So you're going 3-0 Top?
I'm going 3-0.
I'm going 2-1. Okay, so you guys got one more win
Chris,
than me.
he's gonna hold this accountable.
One more win than me.
He's gonna hold us accountable to these, yo.
Wow. Okay. All right. So you
guys, I didn't do it
guys,
like this. I did it like a different way, but.
All right. You guys got one more win with me. Now we are in LA. I have us losing this series. It's 1-2.
I got us losing. I got us sweeping, getting swept. I got us getting swept.
Wow, you losing every single one. All right. And how about you, Top?
I'm actually gonna go your prediction. I think
1-2.
We take 1 in LA.
Okay. So you got us losing all 3. Okay.
Damn,
that is.
Don't worry, I'll make it up in the end of the month. I'll make it up in the end of the month right now.
All right. So I don't even know how I'm gonna do this because this is all over the place. So I don't even know how I'm gonna.
Don't worry, I got the way.
Are you writing? You're writing yours? All right, because I'm trying to. I got mine. I'm trying to figure.
I haven't wrote mine down.
Top, I need you to write yours because I can't figure out these numbers.
Give me a second. Give me a second. My bad.
Right. My bad. All right. So then we got that, and then how about the Cubs series? What do you got for the Cubs?
For the Cubs,
I got us winning the Cubs series 2-1.
I got us 2-1.
I was winning 2-1.
2-1 because there's only 3. So all right. Now the Twins come in. I got that series as I always find it hard to sweep. I'm saying 2-1 with the Twins as well. What do you guys got?
Oh no, 2-1. I got 2-1 there.
2-1. All right.
2-1. Yeah.
All right. And then the Rockies are. I got us winning all 3. I got us.
That's a sweep.
Yeah.
That's a sweep.
And then we got the final series of April.
2-1
against the Nationals. I got 2-1. All right, let's tally it up because I don't want to be accused of anything. Count up what you got and tell me how many wins you got.
One second.
No, I did it differently. I just did it the whole month. I didn't do it like you did it, break it down like that.
Oh no, I like breaking it down to series, so it makes sense to me. But so far, I got 2 wins, 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, and 2. That comes out to. Let me see. What did I say? 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2. All right. I had 19. I'll say 19 wins. 19 wins. I had 21 originally, so I changed it up. So I have 19 wins versus what? 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so it's what, 19 and 11?
I'm just recounting my thing real quick.
Did I do that right? Is 19? How many games do they have? They had 4 in March, so 4 in March, and then we have 1, 2.
You're doing a record for each month, right, AP?
Yeah, so we could count it up all together.
Yep, I'm doing that too, actually.
Yeah, so we got. Yeah, I think I'm right. All right, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19,
1, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
4, 5,
3 against Pittsburgh, and then
I'm 28, 29, 30. So they have 30. Yeah, so 19 and 11 is my overall for April and March together. So the combined, and that's out of 30 games. So that's me. How much did you guys have for that month? Anybody?
I got 16 and 10, but I didn't do I had April separate, not with
okay, and then March you had them at 3 and 1.
Because I have the last game of the series of St. Louis, I have them losing.
Okay. So Chris, so then you had them at 3 and 1 in March. So that's what you had 16. So then you have the same record as I do. Then you have 19 and 11.
Yeah.
All right. And Top, how many do you have for April and?
I gotta my count's off. I might have to skip that and come back.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So me and Chris right now, I think Top, you might have 19 and 11 too, based off what we were doing.
I think
so. I think we might all finally agree. So I'm not bugging.
You know,
I think we all have 19 and 11.
It might be my thing might be by one because I don't have them sweeping. I have them winning at least one game against the Dodgers. I don't know if you said
so that's what I had too. So I had 19 and 11 as well.
11. All right, so I'm gonna write that down then. 19 and 11.
Right, so we have 19 and 11. That's the first time that's happened. So if the Mets go 19 and 11, you heard it here first. All right. So then we have the month of May. The month of May.
Bam.
All right. May. I have the Mets in LA to face the Angels. I think it's hard to sweep again. I'll go 2-1 there. They go to Colorado for 3. It's always hard to sweep. Again, I'm going 2-1. So for that road trip, and then the D-backs, I'm again going to say 2-1. So for that road trip, I'm saying that the Mets go 6-3. What do you guys think?
1, 2, 3.
For where? Which one? Starting with the Angels?
Angels, Rockies, and Diamondbacks.
2. 1, 2. I got 1, 2, 2, 1. I'm sweeping Colorado.
Yo, top. Chris is just going for sweeps. He's just going for sweeps.
I'm sweeping both the Angels and the Rockies, and I'm taking
Colorado. Have you seen their squad?
I'm not saying no, but I just think it's really hard to
sweep. I got 2 wins, 3, 5, 6, 7.
I'm sweeping the Angels. Back-to-back sweeps.
7-2.
Back-to-back.
So you're
sweeps.
saying 7-2. I went the modest route. I went 6-3.
I'm sweeping the Angels and I'm sweeping the Rockies. I'm taking 2 out of 3 from the Diamondbacks.
So you're saying 8-1.
8-2. Yeah.
8-1. Wow. Okay. Look at me being the conservative.
Yeah.
All right. Then we got. This is where the homestand is going to be tricky. We got Detroit and we got the
Because
Yankees.
it depends on the pitching.
Exactly. It depends on who's pitching these games. Because if it's not Screwball, I'm not scared of the Tigers. But if it's Screwball and Valdez, then I'm a little nervous. To be conservative in this series, I'm gonna say for those 6, I think I can see the Mets going 3-3.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree with that.
Yeah, so I went 3-3 there. Then we have the Nationals, who I'm thinking we're gonna take. Oh, and that's a 4-game series. I think the Mets win 3 out of 4 in Washington, and in Miami, I think we go 2-1. So for that road trip, I'm saying we're 3-2. We're 5-2. 5-2 on that road trip.
I say we.
I actually agree with that.
4-3. 4-3.
4-3. Okay. So 5-2. And then we have that 3-game series against Cincinnati, which I'm saying 2-1. And against the Marlins, I could say we go 2-0 against the Marlins to start off that series. So that gives me what? 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. 6 and 6, 12. 14, 16, 18. 18 and 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. 18 and 9. I have the Mets at 18 and 9 for that month.
I got 18 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
It's 28. It's 29 games there.
Let me see. For me, it's
27 games. 27.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Oh, no, I didn't count because I didn't see it. It's 2-1 against the Miami Marlins because there's a 31st.
Down there.
So it would be 18 and 10. 18 and 10.
That's exactly what I have with us. It's my witness. It's my witness. Look, you want to see?
18 and 10. All right. Yo,
That's
but
exactly
I get clowned for being too crazy. But
no,
so far,
I want you to go crazy now in June. That's in June.
No, in June.
June
in June I'm not gonna go crazy in June. Top, what did you have for May?
I actually have them going a little less because it should be my math is so off, but Jesus Christ. I'll get back to that. Let's go to June.
Top is like
it's so off today, bro.
Okay, let's go to the month of June, which I think I'm a preface this by saying I do think that the month of June potentially could be the Mets' hardest month. So I think that this is where it gets a little bit tricky. I have for the month of June, I have them going to Seattle and being lucky to get one out of 2. I could see them getting swept because last time they went to Seattle was tough, but I have them winning 1 game in Seattle.
That's exactly what I have.
Yeah. And then in San Diego, maybe I'm being generous, but I have the Mets winning 2 out of 1. So they end up this road trip 3-3.
Oh, 3-3. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
I got him 1-2 to 2-5. Wait, let me see. No, I'm wrong. That's not 2-5.
It's out of 6.
They only win 2 out of 2.
So 2 and 4.
They don't do good in San Diego, bro. They don't win good in San Diego.
That's why, this could be anywhere. Then they come home for the homestand against the Cardinals and the Braves.
They're taking that.
I have them beating the Cardinals 2 out of 3, and I have them beating the Braves 2 out of 3 as well.
Same here.
Yeah, so then that makes it a 4-2 homestand. Then they go to
But
Cincinnati,
that
which
homestand there's what, like 7-5.
the one.
That homestand right there from the Cardinals to the Braves. If you take 2 out of 3 from the Cardinals, which I do, and the Braves as well, that makes it what, 7-5.
What for the month?
Just yeah, overall so far.
The way I have it, 3.
I got 3-3 off
5,
that
7,
road.
7, and 7 and 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 7 and 5. 7 and 5 so far. Yeah, 7 and 5 so far. Then I have the Mets beating Cincinnati 2 out of 3, but then losing the Philly series 1 out of 2. So it's a road trip where it's 3-3.
I actually got there's 2 games against
I
Philly.
have 2, and then I have them only winning 1 in Philly.
Yeah, so that's a 3-3 road trip too.
I think Philly gonna come out, especially with the whole Bo Bichette shit. They're gonna come out
trying to kill us. Yeah, I can see that. And then they play Chicago 4 games.
I have that split.
4 games. I split that too. And then then Philly comes to New York, where I think New York gets a revenge, and they take 2 out of 3 there.
2 out of 3.
And then it's 2 games against Toronto, which I have them as split 1-1. Yeah. All right. So if you count that up, that comes out to.
It should be at 14 and 13.
14 and 13. Yep. Same.
That's exactly what I have.
Yo, this is crazy. All right. So far, we all agree on this. This has never happened before. Yeah. So right now, all right. And this is what I want to do. So right now, we've just gone through 3 months of the season. If our numbers are correct, and this is the way that we predicted it, right? That means that the Mets by the end of June, the Mets would have 51 wins. So 51 wins by the end of June versus 34 losses. So 54 and 34 before we get into July. I think that if the Mets could do that, they have an excellent shot to really not only make the playoffs. I think they're really competing for the division at this point. But this is where they have to make sure that they don't collapse and that they're doing everything they need to do to continue having a season where it's memorable. Now let's go to July. So we're in July now. July, I think, is a better month for the Mets. I think that June was a little rough. Now, I think that we beat the Blue Jays to win that series, so I think we start off 1-0. Then we have the Braves for 4, which I do 2-2. I think it's always hard to win a 4-game series. Then I have I don't know about you guys. I have that then as 3-2 to start July.
Same here.
What do you think, Chris?
Same here.
3-3 to start the year.
Start the month. Yeah. 3-2.
That's a split right there. 2. Yeah.
And then that first game into Toronto. Yeah. All right. Then we have Kansas City at Citi Field, which I think the Mets win 2 out of 1. And then Boston comes. And again, depending on who Boston's going to throw, I'll have the Mets lose that series. And then that's a 3-3 homestand.
So that goes to.
Yeah. I have it as. Actually, I have them winning that series with Boston.
Okay, because I don't know if Crochet is throwing. I don't know what's going on, but okay, so you have them maybe winning. So that's where we might differ. All right, then we go off the break. We come back and we face Philly, which I'll say let's say we lose that series. I got them 1-2 in Philly. Then we go to Milwaukee, and I have them 2-1 against Milwaukee. What do you guys think? I have them 3-3 on the road trip.
Well, let's see. I got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3-3. That's what I have it.
Yeah. All right. Now this is where LA comes to New York, and I think the Mets got to get some type of victory against them. I have them 2 out of 3. The Mets winning. Then I have the Mets winning 2 out of 3 against the Braves, and to finish up against the Marlins, I have them 2-0.
I have them. I'm sorry. Not that I'm scared of the Dodgers, but I just don't have them winning the series.
Okay. So do you have
one and two?
What do you think?
1-2. There was 3 games there. 1-2, and then with the Braves, 2. They winning that series 2-3, and with the Marlins, they're gonna split.
Okay, they're gonna split that. Okay, so what do you have then in terms of wins for that month?
I have him at
I have him under 500, bro.
I have
you
him
have
at
under 500 for that month?
I got him 16-8.
12-13. Which is about
12
one
and
game.
13.
12 and
Damn, I'm
12
more.
and 13. 12 and 13. 12 and 13.
I got him at 16-8.
I have them. Wow, 16-8 top. Wow.
Yeah, but you're never gonna lose then.
I think you mean 16-9. I think there's 20.
16-9. Yeah, I'm off by one.
Yeah, I have them at 15-10.
Yeah, no, I got. I feel like that. I feel like July. I feel like July is where they get hot.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I just feel like after the All-Star break, these motherfuckers come out.
Okay. No, yo, you don't have to. If that's how you feel, that's cool. That's the biggest one where we switched off. Okay. So then let's go to August. August, I think, has potential to be a rough month. I still think we have a shot, but we have 2 more with the Marlins, which I'm saying we do 2-0. Then we go to the Guardians, which I think we take 2 out of 3. Then we go to Pittsburgh, which I think we go 2 out of 3. And then in Atlanta, we lose that series and only win 1. So for that, we finish up the homestand 2-0. Then for the road trip, I have it 2, 4, and 5. So the Mets go 5 and 3 on that road trip. What do you guys got?
5 and 3. Let me see.
Am I wrong? No, 5 and 4. Excuse me, 5 and 4. I have them going 5 and 4.
5 and 4, yeah. You got the Marlins and the Guardians and Pirates, right?
The Marlins, I got them winning those 2, but I'm talking about the road trip. Yeah, so then if you put it all together, it would be 7. Their record would be 7 and 4 at that point.
Yep.
7 and 4. And then we got the Nationals here, which I got them 2 and 1. Then we got San Diego coming here, which I think the Mets always play San Diego better. In New York, 2 and 1. I have the Mets sweeping the White Sox 3 and 0, their first sweep of the season, according to me. And then they go 2 and 1 against Milwaukee. And what do I have? Then I have them 1 and 2 against Houston. And then 1 and 0 against, who's the last team that they play that month? That's August. Then 1 and 0 against Tampa Bay because they have that one game to start August. So yeah, so that to me, I have them at 2, 4, 6, 7, 9, 11, 14, 16, 17, 18. I have them winning 18 that month. And 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. 18 and 9. What do you guys got?
Yep, same.
What do you got?
I got him 15 and 12.
15 and 12. Okay. 15 and 12. I got 18 and 9, which I don't really believe. And what did you get? 18 and 9 too?
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's not going to be August is the month because I don't know how accurate that's going to be. I think that's going to be the swing month. And then we have September. Let's go to the last month of the season and see what we got here. Now, like I know the numbers are going to look insane. So I don't expect me to be correct, but I do think August for me is one of those months that you could like lose a couple of games off that 18. Now, August, what I have for August, I have us in August. I don't agree with that one. I'm going to switch it up. I think that we have in August. No, not August. Excuse me. We're in September. In September, I have us 1 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that we win that series in Tampa, but 1 and 1. Mm-hmm. Then against St. Louis, San Francisco at home. I have us 2 and 1. Then against the Marlins, 2-1. And then against the Yankees, 1-2. So to start off that first 2 weeks, it's 1-1, 2-1, 2-1, and 1-2. That means we are 3, 5, and 6. 6 and 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 and 5.
6 and 5. Oh damn, I'm off.
I believe that's 11 games. That's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it's 11 games. So I have a 6 and 5 to start off the month.
Yeah.
I got him.
Yep, same.
Hold on. So I did it differently. I'm just looking at it now. You got him 6 and 5, right? That's where I got him.
Yeah. And then going forward after that, Baltimore comes in. Pete Alonso's revenge tour is not going to
Pete Alonso, oh boy.
He's going to come in, but I think that we're going to win 2-1. We're going to split with Philly. So that homestand, I think we are 4-3.
So that means I have them so far at 10-8.
I think we go 4-3 in that homestand. And then the final road trip of the season in Texas, I feel like we dropped the series. We win 1 game, and then we win 2 in Washington. And overall, in September, that's 1, 3, 5, 6, 8, 10, 11, 13, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 10, 11, 13, and 11. I have them.
Same.
Yo, AP, you looking at my phone, bro?
No, I have 13 and 11. You have a 13 and 11 too?
That's exactly what I got.
That's how I have it. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
And you got the same thing. All right. So I'm going to tally up what I got. You guys are going to think I'm nuts because it's going to sound insane. I could only imagine. So
I'm going to have to screenshot this to AP.
All right. So this is, and it's, so right now my win total, and if they do this, this would be amazing. But I have them with, like I told you guys before, 97 wins. I have the Mets at 97 wins. And Chris just sent me the thing too. I
told you.
Chris sent me his. So Chris has his as 90 and 72. Top, did you get yours?
I'm doing May, so then I could put it all together.
Gotcha. I have the Mets at 97 and 65.
The difference is that month that you went on. That's
I think August could have potential where we could win or lose a couple. So I know that, Chris, you had 15. I had 18. So I could see that fluctuate. You really had them losing the month of June. And I mean July. You have the Mets having a losing record in July. That's where me and you differentiated a little bit July. I think that me, Chris, and Top both.
AP, I hope I'm wrong. I hope they have no losing months, but
I'm sending you mine right now as we speak.
Okay. But the funny thing is that me, you, and Top all agreed on March, April, May, and what was it? And June, right? So to begin the season, we really do think that the Mets are going to go 51 and 34 to start it off. We've never done that before. So that'd be great if they did.
I just sent you on AP. Let me know
what you got.
That schedule through May is kind of weak, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think, and Top has, all right, so Top's numbers.
I left May for last, so
9. All right, so you got 14. You got 21, and he got 21 wins. I think Top, you got it. It's 18. So you got the same thing as we did. So I think that's where. All right, and then you had 16 and 9, 18 and 9 and 30. Yeah, Top has the same amount of wins that I got. So Top is going 97 and 65 too.
I hope you're right.
So 97 and 65, and all right. So if we take, let's take it. Let's just do math. if we say 97 plus 97 plus 90, let's find some medium ground and divide it by 3. That gives us roughly, like, we're rounding it up. We're all 3 of us. If we do the average, comes out to 95 wins. So the New York Mets this year, we're going to predict that the Mets fall somewhere within 95 wins. Is that winning the division, in your opinion? Do the Mets win the division?
I agree.
I think so, bro. I think so.
I think the Mets win the division this year, so the Mets are NL East champs. The Mets are the NL East champs. Now, the Mets win the NL East. They got 95 wins. Do the Dodgers get more than 95 wins?
They have to. I think it would be embarrassing if they don't get more than 95 with the team that they have. It depends on their pitching, though.
So do you think? So you're thinking that the Dodgers are the number 1 seed and the Mets are what, number 2?
I would have to. It would have to be
based on. I think they're getting 195. I think they're getting 195.
So then we're saying Dodgers, no, number 1 seed, Mets number 2. Who's winning the NL Central? We're going what, Cubs?
Ooh,
they got the strongest. Well, I don't know because
the Brewers be
sneaky.
Yeah, but I think that the Cubs have a better overall team.
It could be the Cubs.
I don't know, bro. It could be the Cubs, but I don't know, bro. Like the Cubs, when the time is bright, they just slack.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying they're world beaters. I just think that they win that division. So, all right, let's say the Cubs win the division, right? Who are the wild card winners then? Are we gonna put Philly and the Braves?
I don't believe in I'm sorry. I know. I give him respect, but I don't believe in the Braves, bro. They got too many injuries. The injuries are piling up again.
Yeah, I feel you on that. So are we going to say Philadelphia is the number 1 wild card?
I think I could feel confident saying that,
yeah. Philly. So Philly's number 1 wild card. Are we putting then San Diego number 2?
Yeah, they fall right in between that.
And what is the last wild card spot?
I mean, you can maybe give it to
Arizona.
Isn't it more? Arizona, they did lose, but they did come out with no. Arizona don't. I don't trust. I don't believe in.
We say Milwaukee.
You can maybe give it to Milwaukee.
Milwaukee's the team. Milwaukee they got to make it.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll say Milwaukee. All right, so then that means that the Dodgers got the bye because they're the number 1 seed, and that would mean that the Mets would face off against 2. They would face off.
Well, it all depends on record. It depends on the third.
So it would be Cubs Phillies, right? It would be Cubs Phillies. And then because it's 6 teams. The Dodgers don't play that weekend because they get the bye, right?
If they have the best record, yeah.
Yeah, so then who would the Mets be playing in that weekend? Would it be
the third wildcard team?
They would be playing the third, which would be Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Oh, repeat that. Devin Williams back in Milwaukee. Oh boy.
We'll talk about it.
Wait a minute, but then who does San Diego play? What am I missing?
San Diego plays the first. Isn't it the first? The first plays the second, and the third plays the division winner. Isn't it like that?
Oh, because they have to play each other. That's right. So then it would be. So the Mets would play Milwaukee. But then that makes 5 teams. I'm missing something up. I'm messing this up. How did this work last year? It was 6 wildcard teams, no? I mean, it was 3 division winners.
3 wildcards. 3 wildcards.
Yeah. So then how did that playoff thing go? Wow, that's awful. 2025.
No, the two buys. The 2 best records, the first 2 records have buys.
It's the first 2 that have the
buy. Yeah, the first 2 have a bye.
This is basically how last year's bracket went, just to give you an idea.
Yeah, because I'm trying to remember how this went. All right. So then okay, so I'm seeing Seattle had the bye and Toronto had the bye. Oh, okay. So then It would be Cubs, Philly, and then Milwaukee, San Diego. Oh no, it would be Cubs, Milwaukee. So it would be Cubs, Milwaukee, and San Diego versus Philadelphia. Okay, so then Cubs, Milwaukee, and it would be Philly.
See,
versus
the
San
best
Diego.
record face. The best record face is the last wild card.
Yeah. So then I feel like Cubs, Milwaukee, dude. I think the Cubs get revenge against Milwaukee in the playoffs.
Because Philly had a bye last year.
Yeah. So and then it would be Philly versus San Diego.
Yeah.
I think that in this case it would be Cubs and Philadelphia making it out of that round. And then the Dodgers would face Philadelphia and the Mets would face the Cubs. What do you guys think if that goes down?
I'm okay with that. Brings back 2015 vibes.
Yo,
2015 vibes. Bring it back.
I love it. In Mets Cubs, who do you guys got?
The Mets. What's up with the playoffs?
Yeah.
All right, and we're saying Dodgers beat Philadelphia, right?
I would, yeah.
And I'm saying we're beating the Dodgers.
Now we have Dodgers, Mets, NLCS.
I want the smoke, man.
And we beat whoever's in the World Series soon.
So it's a magic. We send Howie Rose off with a magical.
Everybody wins this year.
Harry Rose. How many games against the Dodgers?
I want this one. Listen, we've said it. This organization, if they want to get that championship, they got to go through the number one team in the fucking league.
I mean, I think at the end of the day, we all knew it would go against the Dodgers. So what are we saying? Mets in 6?
Nah, we're sweeping them. Let's them fall out of here. We're not even gonna play for we just
He's been drinking.
Yo,
get him out of here. Pack him up.
Mets in 7. I think that could go 7 games.
Oh God, I don't think I could stomach 7 games. That would be insane. Well, yo, if we win, whatever. So then, who do you think? All right, so we're saying the Mets win the NL in this magical run. Who's coming out of the American League this year?
Give me the smoke. Give me the most wackest team ever.
The Mets versus Chicago for the World Series.
Give me the next Miracle Run team. Just give me Minnesota.
You think that the Toronto Blue Jays could go back to the World Series?
I mean, they're running
team, man. All jokes aside, they got a good team.
They do. I think that this year it could be Seattle. I think Seattle could go to the World Series. I think that team has the pitch. But one thing about Seattle that makes me so hesitant is I think they lost a lot of firepower. Like, I don't know if I believe that they have enough offense. So as much as I think that they're a threat, some part of me says unless they pick somebody up, I don't really believe in them. So I have to go with, it feels like it's going to be an AL Central team. Shit, it could really be, and if this happens and it's 2026, it's going to be, oh my gosh. It's going to be Mets, Red Sox. Mets, Red Sox.
Bring it on.
Mets, Red Sox. Mets win that series 4-2.
We're gonna win the same way we won the first one.
The ball's gonna go under the first baseman.
It goes by Costas. It goes by Costas.
So you heard it here first. Mets, Red Sox, 2026. Mets win their first World Series in 40 years against.
What do you want it any other way? What do you want it any other way?
Nope. And hold on a second. How many wins did the Mets have? Well, the Mets won 101 games, in 86, didn't they?
What was
they won 100 plus.
I had initially the Mets winning 101 games. I just want you to know that.
AP.
We had to lower his expectation to 97. Oh boy.
You guys pressured me into lowering. No, altogether they won 100. Oh, sorry, no, they won 108. I shortchanged them. 108 games. So excuse me, I was off by a few. But yo, if the Mets do this, I retire as a Met fan for the rest of my life, and I go off on top.
I tell you, look, listen. The Mets win. I'm taking out all 40 years of stress, taking it all out.
I'm not going to work. I'm not going to work for.
I'm not going to work for 3 weeks. I'm not going to work for 3 weeks.
That's my vacation.
Because I'm gonna give you a little insight. I'm gonna be on paternity leave, so I'm gonna be off that time. So hopefully,
you're gonna be in paternity leave in October.
Yeah, because my wife takes it first, and then I take it after her. That's how we do it.
That's smart. Wow, Chris, I didn't even.
Oh, look at you!
You gotta hope they're not watching this, but you gotta rig the system. That's just there.
Yeah. All right. On that note, it's been great. After you said that, we don't want no smoke. Mets 2026 all the way.
Back to that. I'm gonna be away from work at that time. Hopefully, I'll be celebrating my new son, with my newborn, with my 5-year-old, well, 6-year-old at the time. He's gonna be 6 at that time. And they see a World Series, and I see a World Series, and we all happy. And I will never watch the Mets again.
Yo, and not to again 80 the number 6. Chris's son is gonna be 6.
Yep.
My son is gonna be 6.
I got nothing to do with the number 6.
You know and my newborn is gonna be born month 6.
In June?
Oh no, sorry. I did the math wrong. Oh, but listen, wait. My firstborn didn't come out exactly that when he wanted to, so
that's true. You never know.
That is true.
All right,
so tell your wife to hold on till
June 1st.
June. So we got that the 6th number. Yo, it's funny, man. I really didn't think about this, but if everything breaks this way,
manifestation, man.
Yo, Mets winning the World Series in 2026 against the Boston
Red Sox. Let me tell you something. We some sick ass Met fans, bro. Because every year we say the same garbage. Every year we're gonna win it this year because of this thing, this, and we never do, bro.
Like we always say, don't be accountable for nothing.
Well, that's just us being Met fans. One day we're gonna be right. 1 year we're gonna be right. 1 year.
Don't hold this exactly. Don't hold us accountable for what we talk about.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. That's why they play the games, right?
Exactly.
But let's go Mets. I mean, I'm excited for the season. I can't believe that we basically we're just 2 whole days away, and then it's game time. The season just started on Netflix for those of you that are gonna watch.
I was just about to ask you guys. Are you guys gonna watch that?
I'm gonna watch it because it is the first game. I just think it's weird. I think baseball drops the ball
yeeting all day.
Oh, I just don't understand baseball's infatuation with streaming with multiple sites. I think that it would be better for them to just find one dedicated. Like, if you want to grow the game, like, wouldn't you want like more like young kids being able to have access to it? Like, I don't know. I know almost everybody has Netflix now, but I don't know.
Netflix, exactly. Kids on Netflix, so they're gonna be bumping into that. Like, baseball! Oh my God, that's how they.
Yo, and if 9 months from now there's a boom of children being born, it was because people were Netflix and chilling during the game. So there's that. So there you go. All right. On that note,
appreciate the 145 that's watching us, man, taking the time out of your day today vibe out with us, man. We really do appreciate y'all. Without y'all,
don't hesitate that you heard it here first. World Series matchup and everything.
Listen, at the end of the day, if it doesn't go that way,
every year's World Series a bust.
Don't blame us. Don't blame us.
Don't blame us. All right, it's your fault that you listen to
fans.
It's your fault that you listen to us. Okay, we have nothing to do with your opinions. But anyways, shout out to all the content creators out there doing it during this busy. Without y'all, this wouldn't be possible. Again, once again, appreciate the 145 watching us and vibing out, man. This is the 7 Express Podcast. Make sure you guys follow us at 7 Express Podcast on X, Instagram, TikTok, and make sure you
let's go Mets
to the YouTube channel. And as we say, let's go Mets, and we will check you guys out on the next video. Peace out.